Hello, my dear students. So, in this lecture, we discussed about what is type of vector. Okay. So, in previous lecture, we discussed of how many types of vectors. That is, first is zero vector. Zero vector is what? In which magnitude of a vector is zero. Like magnitude of a vector mod a equal to zero. If mod a equal to zero, then we have no idea about their direction. So, in this case, direction is undefined. Direction cannot be defined in case of zero vector. So zero vector is basically what? Suppose A vector and B vector are equal. So A vector minus B vector equal to zero. Suppose A vector in this way and B vector in this way. So if we subtract A minus B, then the final result is zero. Okay, if A and B are equal, then A minus B equal to zero vector. So zero vector is clear to all of you. Now equal vector. What is equal vector? So if two vectors having same direction, if two vectors having same direction and same magnitude, same direction and same magnitude, then these two vectors are called equal vector. Like vector A is in this direction and vector B is also in this direction, and vector A magnitude is equal to the vector B magnitude. Vector A magnitude is equal to vector B magnitude, and direction of A. Direction of A, my dear student, direction of A equal to direction of B. So in this case, vector A and B are called equal vector. Vector A equal to vector B. For representation of any physical vector quantity, we have to draw arrow in this way, A vector. Okay. So zero vector is clear. Equal vector is also clear. Now parallel vector. In parallel vector, what is the meaning of parallel vector? So if we define parallel vector, then we have to tell that vector A magnitude is equal to vector B magnitude or not. Tell me. In parallel vector, there is no compulsion that vector A magnitude equal to vector B magnitude. Only the compulsion is that the direction of A equal to direction of B. So in parallel vector, direction of A equal to direction of B. Okay, so parallel vector is clear. Now the anti-parallel vector. Anti means opposite. Opposite means if vector A is in this direction, then vector B is opposite to that vector A. So in this case, direction of A vector is opposite to vector direction of vector B. Okay, so anti-parallel vector is clear. In anti-parallel vector, in anti-parallel vector, vector A is opposite to vector B. Vector A is opposite to vector B. Now, last part. These types of vector is called negative vector. In negative vector, once again I explain, in negative vector direction of A is opposite to direction of B, but the magnitude remains same in vector A and B. So vector A and B, the direction is clear. So all the types of vector, first is zero vector, is clear, equal vector, parallel vector, anti-parallel vector, and negative vector. So for an example, if we take like if we draw this diagram, like vector A is in this direction, vector B is in this direction, vector C is in this direction, and vector D is in this direction. So tell me, vector A, vector B, vector C, and vector D. So tell me A and C, A vector and C vector are equal vector or negative vector. A and C, see, both the magnitude of A and C are equal, but the direction is opposite. So A and C are called negative vector. They are called negative vector. Clear? And in the same way, B and D, B vector and D vector are also magnitude same, but direction is opposite. So they are also called negative vector. Clear? So negative vector is clear to all of you. In negative vector, A and C are called negative vector, and B and D are also negative vector. Okay. Now the last topic, that is unit vector. Unit vector is the most important topic. So the definition is what? The vector whose magnitude is equal to unit. So mod of A equal to 1. So mod of A equal to 1, that vector is called unit vector. So for representation of unit vector, we represent A cap. A cap formula is what? Vector A upon mod A. Vector A upon mod A. So for an example, if we take vector A equal to 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 4k cap. So what is mod A? Mod A equal to under root coefficient of I cap whole square plus coefficient of j cap whole square plus coefficient of k cap whole square. So what is coefficient of I cap? That is 2 whole square plus 3 whole square plus 4 whole square. So what we get, that means 2 square 4 plus 3 square 9 plus 4 square 16. So the mod of A equal to under root 29. Mod of A equal to under root 29. So the unit vector is what? A cap equal to A vector. A vector is what? 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 4k cap upon under root 29. Okay. So A vector is clear to all of you. So A cap gives only the direction. A cap gives only the direction in that case. So take another example. Note it down. If vector B equal to I cap minus j cap plus k cap, all of you find B cap. So B cap basically what? B vector upon mod B. So first of all, you calculate mod of B. So mod of B equal to what? under root coefficient of I square plus coefficient of j cap square plus coefficient of k cap square. Okay. So what is the value of coefficient of I? That is 1 plus what is the value of coefficient of j? Minus 1 plus 1. So 1 square 1 plus 1 plus 1. So the final answer is under root 3. So if we want to calculate b cap, that is I cap minus j cap plus k cap upon under root 3. So b cap is clear to all of you. In b cap, we have to calculate the direction as well, only direction. So if we divide the magnitude from any vector, then we get unit vector. So once again, I explain you. Like if we're talking about a cap, okay. If we're talking about a cap, see, a cap equal to a vector upon mod a. So we get a vector equal to mod of a into a cap. So vector a, this gives vector a, this gives magnitude of a vector, and a cap gives the direction of a cap. Okay, so vector a is represented by magnitude as well as direction. So a cap gives the direction of any vector. So if we're talking about parallel vector, so for parallel vector, a cap equal to b cap. If a and b are parallel, so a cap equal to what? B cap or not? Tell me. But mod of a does not equal to mod of b. So for parallel vector, all of you write for parallel vectors, a cap equal to b cap, but mod of a does not equal to mod of b. But if we are talking about equal vector, if we're talking about equal vectors, so what we get? A cap equal to b cap and mod of a equal to mod of b cap. Okay. So in this video, unit vector is clear to all of you. Is there any doubt? Then tell me.